Hi, welcome back to another hour with Crowder with me, your host Crowder. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. If you're already a subscriber, go ahead and ding the bell so that you can get all of my latest podcast interviews.
Ding.
Today,
I was just gonna say that.
today we got some good ass guesses. Shere and Danielle from Last Podcast Dallas.
See, she already
She
look.
already done messed up.
Let's Chat
I
Podcast.
just messed
I
up from the
said it.
beginning. No, let her
Now
do
you
this.
said it, but you just
But
tripped
she messed
over
up
it.
on the
Like,
name, too.
Okay,
like,
okay, let me just
She
do it
messed
over
up on the
again.
names.
Cut.
Name.
Take two.
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay.
Let's try it again.
Hi, welcome back to another hour with Crowder with me, your host Crowder. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. If you're already a subscriber, go ahead and ding the bell so that you get all of my latest podcast interviews. Today, I got some good ass guests, Shere and Danielle from Last Chat Podcast Dallas.
Jesus.
What am I saying wrong?
Okay, can we take over this real quick? Just
Oh my God.
because I'm just going. Can we?
Hold up, what is it? Because I am getting.
It is a
one.
Les Chat Dallas
Wait a minute, y'all ain't no podcast?
radio podcast.
Well, yeah, radio.
After
podcast.
that.
That's like an oxymoron radio
No,
podcast.
it's not.
Well,
It's
it's
not.
podcast because we
Okay.
have
And
a
we
radio
have a
station.
radio
so
station.
it's
Out of
really
the
just a
Closet radio
podcast
station
24
Okay.
hours.
is our platform, and Les Chat Dallas
Let's
Yeah.
check out.
is the show.
The shop.
The
Oh
show.
my
And
God.
you got our names wrong.
I said Shere and Danielle.
Exactly.
And I'm Shere, and she's Danielle.
That, but
No.
I'm skilled.
Right, I was about to say.
My
wait a
people
minute.
don't know. I mean, most of my people don't know me as Danielle.
Right.
They
You know
know me
what?
as
Well,
Skittles.
they gonna know you as
Duchess.
Danielle.
Duchess. You know
Danielle
what
over
I'm saying?
here.
Duchess
We
and
don't do
Skittles.
government because you don't
Respect
want
our
me to call you
pronouns,
a-
dude.
Right.
Right.
Well, go ahead and
But
Duchess
you want me
introduce.
to get your
and
name right. You just
Skittles.
told me.
Well, go ahead and introduce
Sometimes I
yourselves
say
then.
Snicker because
Right. She be trying to be
she all chocolatey and
Right.
peanutty and everything.
Yeah.
I just need to know if we recording this over.
No, why?
Okay, good.
For what? Because, we let our shit go. We like, can I cuss on here?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, because, we let our shit ride. We like the everything because
Yeah,
it's
I feel
fun.
it.
It's
I know it's
the
fun.
space.
Thank
Off
you.
the muscle, just
I
straight
know.
off the dome. That's how you have fun.
'Cause we
I
don't-
know.
we
I
don't
love
want nobody
that.
to feel like we
That's
fake.
why I'm glad that
We're
y'all
totally unscripted, so sometimes it looks like we don't know what we talking about or what the hell we doing. But okay, whatever.
I love unscripted shit for podcasts because
Yeah.
it's like raw TV.
Raw.
Right.
It's
It's
LGBT
real.
reality.
Reality.
Yeah, it's actually
Okay.
reality.
Yeah,
It's not like
reality.
Love and Hip Hop. It's not like any of them crazy ass shits where it's like how many times is a bag of like Skittles gonna fall out of your bag and then everybody's trying like that's scripted shit.
Right.
I don't like
wait.
that
Right.
type of shit.
Yeah, that.
Right.
Oh, this is oh, bitch, I don't like you, bitch. That is acting. You didn't even slap her for it. Get out the. Get out.
Right.
Hey.
And it's just weird that every episode a glass is getting thrown. Like
some-
no fighting.
some
just-
And they be
water.
ready with it too.
Right.
I'm like, what y'all doing? They be ready. Like,
Y'all
she gonna
just
throw
say-
that glass. She gonna throw that whatever in the
And
cup.
she gonna jump up.
It is.
She gonna pop off because it's scripted.
Well,
Half of them.
you guys know that I'm a big fan of you guys, but for the
Thank you.
but for the audience, tell them a little bit about yourselves so that they can know.
You wanna go first?
Of course, they want to
Snickles.
go first.
Snickers.
You
First
Danielle
of
all
all,
throughout this
both of
podcast.
y'all-
Yes.
I'm gonna start talking. Call me by my government now. But let me tell y'all about Skittles with a Z at the end. Okay.
Z-
Z.
L
Alright.
easy like Liz.
Liz. Yeah.
Get Liz.
Les.
Skit Liz.
Yes, Les.
Skit Liz.
Skit Les.
Yeah, Skit Liz. Let me tell y'all about Skit Liz. I'm from East Texas, you know what I'm saying? Country raised or whatever. I moved up here around 2006, I've been doing podcasting. Matter of fact, I had my own podcast back in 2017 called No Filter, which will be revamped a little bit on the Out of the Closet radio station. So I've been doing this for a little while, and I love it. I love coming. This is like what our first interview we've had. Someone as a fan interviewed us. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited. Like, I really am excited about this.
I don't know why you guys are so like thrilled that you guys have fans.
Cause we be like,
Fans, like,
This is the one thing
we
that
be like, we be sitting up there by ourselves, like,
talking
girl,
to
like,
each
just
other.
like,
This is the one thing I'm gonna tell you about people that like fans. Like the way that this, like, it's not fandemonium like how we grew up. Like where you had the poster on the wall, you went to the concerts, you supported them every type of way. Now it's kind of like cloudy.
Right.
Anybody,
nobody tells us they like us.
Yeah, nobody tells you. They just like the shit,
or not. And sometimes they don't do that. You know, so it's like we, as far as feedback is concerned, we have had feedback, like of people that are close to us, personal, friends and things like that. And and
Vegas
we do
people,
get,
we get love from Vegas.
We get love, but it's just like.
Wait a minute, hold up. Y'all said that like, oh, we get love from Vegas.
We do get love from Vegas.
Oh my God.
What's going on?
Queen,
Wait a minute.
Ray Silver, which will be on the show next week, and I'm going to let y'all make y'all announcement on how what just happened.
Right.
Out there in the room or whatever. But yeah, he'll be on the show, Ray Silver, creator of The Grind, and Chat McQueen, London B. Who did we have on the show last week?
I don't
from
remember.
Vegas.
Not I have to go look at the episode.
Stud Famous. I got it. No worries.
Right.
But yeah.
And Sister Boy.
Oh well. Wasn't that last week? Yeah, last
week. Stud Famous.
Yes, we had Stud Famous on there last week. We had.
Because I work at night. Sorry, Stud Famous. Shout out to you.
It's okay because you can. Yeah. No, Sister Boy is from L.A.
Okay, so we was talking about.
And she's an LGBT relationship counselor and life coach, and
right.
so
we get love, but it's just weird for you
have
to
it in your own city.
Right.
Something like that, a little bit, and not even that.
Say, I want to interview you guys,
or actually, what I should say from peers. You know, so it's different. You know what I'm saying? From as far as where it's number one. The spirit in which you reach out and everything, hey, I love you guys. We're watching your show and all that kind of stuff, and to bring us out, show love, drinks and all that kind of stuff, But it's like especially in this community, you have so many people. Really, you have a lot of people doing the same thing, but nobody really supporting each other. Nobody really coming together. Nobody really to. We could all be guests on each other, so it shows and just talk about the issues that are going on. Like we shouldn't really have to be reaching out to people in other cities to show us love, and so that's really how we got on. And that is that we did have to start reaching out to people in other cities to for even an opportunity to put out our product out here, what we have and who we are, and all that kind of thing.
Well, don't. Okay, so I wouldn't just say that because, we've had people in our city. Okay, so we've had people in our city. Well, I guess it would be us showing them love because they don't really show it back. So I guess I do agree with what you just said.
And it's just, it's the same because, we're new, we're young, we came out here, we didn't know what we was doing.
Right. We had a dream.
We had a dream. We was like Martin Luther King's kids. We just had a dream to come out here and what we have found is just, just our chemistry and, mutual interest, people that have agreed to come on, and then also really and truly, we've been in the right place at the right time. God has put some really awesome people in our lives that have opened up to us and opened up resources and everything to where we're like, okay, all we have to do really is just get on here and be ourselves, talk to these entertainers and rappers and dancers and movie makers about their products and all that kind of thing. And that's that's just it. Or whoever wants to talk to us. Whoever has a community project, whoever has some type of project that they're putting together, was like you. We'll talk to anybody about anything, and that's what we did. But we wanted to always keep it focused on the LGBT community, and what people are doing out here.
Because I am lesbian, by the way, you guys. I am single.
What?
What? You're not bi? What? I thought you was bi.
Who told you that?
No, I'm fucking with you.
Oh, okay.
I know you is, because ain't nobody told you no shit like that. She just on here telling all her business.
I'm a super lesbian, and I'm ready to make, because I might be meeting wifey. My wifey might be watching her show and be like, "That's wifey," so I need to let wifey know.
Wifey is
and I'm a
Sagittarius.
So speaking of which, wifey, what do you want? Let's talk about that since we need to
Oh
have
yeah,
it.
we getting
Let's talk
deep.
because you guys are a couple. I mean, I'm part of a situationship and all that kind of thing.
No, she is a
I love you,
couple.
baby.
Lies. They are a couple.
Right.
Like,
I'm just saying. But and then you're single, of
mm-hmm.
course, and and we've all been part of that. So, what are you looking for, Skitless?
Loyalty, loyalty,
Skitland.
loyalty. I want loyalty. I'm looking for
Right.
loyalty. Look, I'm not a big person on no looks. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a Sagittarius. I vibe with anybody. That's just our personality. My thing is, can you be loyal? Can you be honest? Because we all grown. I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna tell you what your problems and your faults is. I expect you to do the same for me. If you can't communicate with me, then we ain't this. It can't be nothing. You know what I'm saying? I just want loyalty and respect. That's pretty much it. I mean, you got to have common sense, a sense of humor, of course. Can't be a dumbass.
Thank you.
You got to be able to feed my mind, my spirit, because I'm on, I do my spiritual shit. So you got to be at some point of knowing yourself and finding yourself, whether that be religiously or spiritually. But you have to have something going within yourself. And I prefer you to be very family oriented because it kind of tells you a lot about the
Yeah.
person you are within how you deal with your family. So those are the things that I look for. Nothing major. I'm simple. I like the small shit. You gonna bring me some hot wings? Give me all flats, baby. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Thank you.
I
All
fuck with
flats.
All
I
flats.
fucks with wings, but
Yes. I could eat chicken every day. I could
I
eat
like
fried
wings.
chicken every
I
day.
can't do
Just
but
know that.
materialistic.
but if you guys are
Wings.
gonna go off of me, honestly, I think that just the word love. Okay, I think that that's a very like shallow way to go into a
Hmm.
relationship with just love. Love doesn't pay the
Love can hurt.
bills,
It really does
honestly.
It can
not.
So
hurt you.
I want someone that is business oriented
Hmm.
because a relationship is not just love, it's business too.
Hmm.
A lot of people try to scurry away from that part.
Yeah.
But if your partner is not providing for you financially, ultimately you are going to get turned off because yeah, they could be giving you some good pussy or some good dick or whatever. Hope you young old people don't stray away because I said pussy and dick.
They
But
had it
you
before
know
we did.
but yeah, if they're just giving you just that, that's
Yeah.
not enough. That
It's
I
not.
can't go
No.
take dick or pussy to
I
the
don't
to
know.
the
To the
light
bank
bill.
and
Yeah.
say, let me deposit this pussy in
So
the
I
dry
so
account real
I
quick.
genuinely look for a
Okay.
woman that is business oriented. She has her own stuff going on
Right.
because that's another thing. A lot of people these days they want you to be their everything. I
Hmm.
don't want
And
you to
that,
be my
oh
everything.
no.
That is
Okay,
scary.
because
Oh
what if you
no.
take everything
Thanks.
away
I have nothing.
and you have to start over? That's one thing about it is that
Mm-hmm.
people who do that, of course, they are codependent. And when you
Thank
do
you.
that,
Codependent.
you cause yourself more pain because in that situation, like you're right, where you have one person that's codependent on the other, when that one person withdraws or leaves the relationship, and I'm not even talking about you can be codependent and both people be fully gainfully employed. But if you're codependent on that person and they move away or they leave the relationship, then you're left with a whole gaping missing part of yourself that shouldn't have left when another person left. You should
Right.
have been able
To
to be
stand
just a
and bring it.
complete person. Yes, it hurts. Yes, you're going to have issues when relationships like that break up, just because of missing, but you shouldn't be missing a whole part of yourself. Even if you were in a relationship long term, you should still be a whole complete person and and heal in that situation. I mean, it's hard for anybody, but you can't just, not you have a part of you cease to exist.
Yeah, but that's because people end up, like I said, making people their everything,
Hmm.
making them the totem pole of every
Right.
single thing
Been
in
there.
their lives. And then they turn around and when it breaks up, like you said,
Hmm.
then they're rolling, like my mom liked to say, rolling around in the front yard.
Okay.
Because
It's happened.
everything went
It
crashing
has.
down.
It
But
has.
that's the thing that like I said, I like my girlfriend to have like things going for herself. So then
Right.
when things is like then we're okay apart. Like Will Smith said, we're supposed to complement each other.
Right.
And
Right.
You
you're
make each other
Make us
responsible.
better.
better.
Yeah, and
Yep.
you're responsible for your own happiness. If I'm the only thing that makes you,
You
happy,
happy?
I don't
There's
want
something wrong with
no,
that.
yeah, I don't want to
Right.
be that.
Right.
That's like
Something
that
wrong with it.
borderline fucking like
Stockholm
yeah,
shit.
Yes.
stock syndrome shit.
Fatal
Obsession.
attraction.
Yes, fatal
Yes.
attraction. I don't want that shit. I want you to be able to have your own things going so that we can pull each other up the ladder.
Right.
Because if it's only my goals at the top, I can let you go.
That.
Even if
That
you
part.
all have the same goals, you still should have separate goals
Right.
in mind. You know, two people, two heads has always been a deformed thing. You know,
But it's better than
so
one.
you know, a two-headed anything is a complete deformity and complete dysfunction. But you can exist together, but separately on your in your own lane, doing your own thing. Even if those things complement each other to one end, you still there's many parts of an organization. There's many parts that make up a person. Even and when we get in here, I'm gonna be talking about the Bible. Okay, so
Of course, come on
okay,
with it.
so
Come on with
right,
it.
so you can't have the hand do what the nose is supposed to do, and you can't have the foot do what the ears are supposed to do. That's a deformed thing. Everything has its purpose. Ears are here to hear and to feed the mind. Feet are here to take you where you need to go. So everything has a function. If everybody goes to fully function, not dysfunction, but fully function in their, capacity, then that's where you have a successful, situation. And I'm just talking because I'm still like 0 for 3 in the relationship.
Oh, for 3.
I'm working on
That
it.
sound like cowboy numbers in the
Right,
first
but
fucking
as you
season.
as you
Hold on,
learn,
not so much on the Cowboys.
as you
Not so
learn,
much on the
as you
Cowboys.
learn, as you grow, then you will at some point you will get it right or close to it.
Eventually.
So, what did we feel about the plus on the LBGT community? What are we feeling like?
I'm feeling like we might as well just put A through Z on that bitch at this point. Like, what do we need all these alphabets for? Like, you fall into one or the other category with the LGBT. Either you're lesbian, you like women. Okay, women liking women. You're gay, that means you're queer, because those two guys together. Or
What
they
does
could
the
be
Q
two
mean?
women, queer.
But what does the G mean?
Gay, which is also another men liking men situation. And
What
then
is
the
a
Here we
T,
go. Here
the
we
T
go.
is transgender and then bisexual. So either you like
But
men.
I thought the T
and
was
women.
transsexual.
No, it's transgender.
It's transgender.
Right?
What was transsexual?
It's same thing.
It's not the same, and they will get offended.
Okay, what is it then?
Come
Come
on,
on,
you have to ask one of them,
A,
but
B,
they'll
C,
get.
D, E,
But that's
F,
that's
G.
why she asked. I really feel like you fall into that. Either you are a femme to male, which that will be transgender, or male to femme.
But then you have
And
cross dressers, and then also I know some
and
cross
they're-
dressers who don't
they're
even
not even
claim
gay or
to be
any of
gay.
that.
They're just cross dressers.
I think that's what a trans would.
That's a trans.
I don't know. I have to watch 2-1 Full again. Y'all know that's one of my favorite movies.
This is how I feel. I'm just gonna go
But
ahead,
I'm
and this is
tired
gonna
of
be an
it.
unpopular opinion from Crowder at an hour with Crowder.
I'm gonna say your real name since you want to put mine out there.
What's her real name?
I mean, it's Shaquoia. Anyway,
Shaquoia. I got a cousin named Shaquoia. Hey, Claudia.
This is how I feel about it. It's boy, it's girl. That's
Girl?
it. It's boy and it's girl.
Oh.
That's the only two genders out here.
Well, you said, but
Boy
that ain't
and
the
girl.
question you asked. You
Okay.
said
Because
how
then
you-
we're talking about
no, I'm-
gender issues.
No, I'm coming up to it. I gotta build up to it.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
build
Okay.
up to it. Okay, it's boy, it's girl. All of this other, and it's gay and it's straight. Everything in between is hoopla. It's just a power mechanism that they want us to trend by so that they can have power, because when you're so powerless at one point in your life, you grab onto any type of fucking power. If you end up, okay, let me take my girlfriend for instance. If she cooked eggs for me every fucking morning and one day she didn't cook eggs for me and I said, cook eggs for me, and then she started just doing it without my acknowledgement, she just did it, and then one day she didn't cook the eggs and I said, hey, ain't you supposed to be cooking me eggs? And then she did it when I got mad, then I have power over that. And that's what I feel like the trans community have. The moment that you say a wrong pronoun, and I call all of my trans friends, because this is my disclaimer, because I do have trans friends, and I do um, appreciate them, and I call them by their right genders and everything, because that is very like disrespectful. But it's some fucks out here that are just doing it for a power move. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't went through any surgeries. They haven't had any psychological backgrounds about going to the psychological people or anything to make sure that their mind is right, make sure that this is the right decision. Mm-hmm. And they're just doing a fucking power move. And I feel like that's why gay, straight, you're gonna fall into one of those categories because it's only two genders out here anyway. You
still gotta put the bisexual into it because you can like both.
And guess what? They like either a boy or a girl, or they cheating and then they like boy and girl at the same time. Yeah, but it's nobody's out here like
bi is not straight. I mean, straight is hetero.
Gay is you like the same sex.
And right, whether it's sometimes or all the time.
Yeah, but because of the straight community, a guy can't.
And
like
that's what the
boy.
thing. And that's what the thing is that labels are for the straight community at large. Because we know who we are. We know that, coming from, I think we were just talking about something earlier today, if you see a woman and she has a whole lot of kids, she's obviously bisexual. Whether she at that point she's, or at that point she might choose to be with a woman at the time. That does, being with a woman does not make her a lesbian. Being with a woman makes her bisexual.
No, see, that's what I don't understand about this whole thing about gay.
That's my opinion.
Because
radiostation.com.
No. But see, that's the one thing that I'm saying. It's like you can't say that. Well, you can say that because it's just an opinion.
It is.
Yeah, it's just an opinion. Just like my opinion that I'm spewing right now is just an opinion. Don't get, in your head.
Right, nothing is concrete, but you just have to be, just clear on what you believe.
But technically.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, Skills. I'm sorry. But in the straight community, if a boy or a man goes out with another man, have sexual relations with another man, he's gay. That's it. There's no bi with him. And honestly, that's how I feel too. If you with a dude, you not bi. You're gay. You just got through doing whatever with that dude.
Okay.
You can't come back over to gay.
Females.
You know what? That's the double standard. With females, I just feel like females just get a double standard, bro.
I'm sorry.
Well, everybody's not going to succumb to a double standard. Most people are just going to want to be who they say they are, and if you're a woman who says I like men and I like women, you're bisexual, and that's all that I'm gonna. As if that's what I said I was, that's all I'm gonna allow you to label me as. I'm not gonna as a bisexual woman. Okay, I would say okay, I'm not gonna label you, and I'm not bisexual. Let me just reiterate that, but I can get into the mindset of a bisexual woman to say that just because I am with a lesbian woman, and even if you've been with that woman for 10, 20 years, a lot of bisexual women are of the mind that I'm not going to allow you to call me a lesbian because if something should so happen in this relationship or goes down the drain, or I decide I'm gonna be with a man, and so now I'm gonna be back she's not even back to being straight. She's still bisexual.
Yeah, but that is so crazy that the only thing that we can merge from is
her sexual.
With sexual. Which one you like more, apple, orange?
It's not even about which one you like more, and because that's why people don't really want to be labeled in that way, because it's not about which one because you have people out here that are poly, that are swingers, and they're just not going to allow you to put one label on them.
Yeah, but if labels wasn't important, then we wouldn't be gay. And
the labels are for them. The labels are for the people that they interact with. The label, if I'm not interested in a poly woman, then it doesn't matter what she is. So I'm just not interested because I'm not interested in a poly relationship. You build these things, you have to build them from the ground up. Yeah. Okay, we're talking about your basic, who you are basically as a person. Okay, from that point, then we'll start to build on, but if your basic foundation doesn't appeal, then it doesn't matter what label you wear. If that doesn't appeal to another person, it's just what it is.
I'm sorry, I did cut you off. Go ahead, Danielle.
Oh, baby, I'm
sorry.
too high already. I don't remember what the hell I was gonna say.
Oh man, you gotta be keeping up.
What you mean? We was in a whole moment, and you was like, I'm like, what you
mean? That's when you just gotta jump in. We podding right now, man.
I mean, I'm also high over here, and then I don't drink brown liquor, so I'm cool. So I was like,
you gotta drive home.
No stuff, muffins.
Yeah, but
and we're gonna eat.
The one thing that I did, like, that's what I'm saying. And we're gonna wrap it up after your point. But
wrap what up?
Wait, we've been here an hour already?
No. Wrap up the whole thing about this, because I don't want to stay too long on it, because then you just get dragged out. But this is what I feel about it, and this is me. I'm in the LBGT. I'm gay, but it's just that I do have a big problem with anybody, and I'm just saying, like, with the bi thing, the polyamorous, what's that thing called? When you go off of just
androgynous. Oh,
not androgynous, but
I was thinking about
it's something
poly.
else.
Is that where you have multiple?
No, it's when you don't like any gender. You like people off their personalities, kind of thing. What
like
is it called?
No, that's not a
Pansexual.
Right.
Thank you, pansexual. Thank you. I just have a big problem with that, because everything, once you boil everything down to it, it's either you like boys or girls.
Not really. No,
yes,
you can't. No, you can't.
Then who's out here liking the dogs? Then?
Well, not the dogs. I mean, we're not going to take it there, but there are people, and I'm a moderator of a group. I'll send you guys an invitation of
ain't that just a transvestite?
Women of color.
A hermaphrodite? No,
yeah.
They have two.
They have two. They have both body parts.
Okay. Well, about hermaphrodites, they usually, once they get to an age of development, then they either choose one or the other, and they.
But why should they have to choose?
And a lot of them don't. Do you watch porn?
Okay, let's get on the. We watch porn.
Just me.
We can explain that in one porn video. Okay.
That's some deep dark well shit.
Okay.
Porn.
We just be trying to keep it real.
I mean, shit.
Because it exists.
I like to watch all kinds of shit. So
all of God's children.
I'm an eclectic person. I like to do different, look at different kinds of shit.
Like, watch all of God's.
I'm just saying.
It just, for one, I had an argument with one of my homeboys about there being a hermaphrodite. And I'm like,
wait a minute, your homeboy is a hermaphrodite?
No, he didn't.
I was about to say, God damn, he's putting them all out here on the web.
No, he didn't believe there was a such thing, and he asked the question. I don't know, but anyway, I went home and I looked it up, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. I knew they existed, but I just never actually seen it. I actually looked it up for myself, and I was like, "Wow, that is interesting."
Remember that one thing with Shere?
Yeah, I remember that, and I was like, "How do you fit? Who started that?" Like,
I think it was just
when Sierra first came out on the scene.
And that was like one of my first celebrity crushes. When she
she's a hermaphrodite.
Right, there you go.
She could dance so well, and she did all this extra stunts of her own and shit. They like, oh, she's a hermaphrodite.
I was here for it.
Crazy. Right, and you are. So how can you not be here for it? How can you say you're here for it, but you don't understand that there are this, and y'all look this word up, a dichotomy, okay, of where you have this
dichotomy.
Right. Where you have this situation where a person does possess the traits of both genders, the traits of both of the whole spectrum,
are you saying that's what stems
feminine.
Are?
It can be.
I think that will.
It can be.
Because
yes.
I'm very my masculine feminine is equal, balanced out. So I could be a stud if I wanted to, because I'm very dominant at times.
And you have different sides of a person. Like you can have a woman who's very feminine but looks very masculine. Yeah. You can have a woman who's very masculine but looks very feminine. You know,
Guys, it was this one guy when I worked at Amazon, and he was just the prettiest male I've ever seen. It was to the point where I thought that I wasn't gay anymore because I found him so attractive.
and that can happen though. That can happen because you have me. A lot of people think let's just take something simple like a man and a woman.
Yeah.
We look at them and we think that their attraction is because the man is all masculine and he's, every man, and she's all feminine, princessy, frilly, but it could be the exact opposite. She's a woman and has every trait of a woman, but her essence could be masculine and at the same time him. That doesn't mean that they don't attract each other. They're still attracted to each other, but they're attracted to each other in a different way. Everybody still gets it, but it's not because he's so masculine and she's so feminine. It could be the exact opposite. And that goes also into just our own attractions to each other. I can be attracted to a feminine woman even if she looks feminine. On the outside she could be very, very masculine on the inside. There's still, as long as if you match the dynamic can rest in either person. You could be the feminine even though you look like the masculine.
I am so offended.
I'm just saying, even though but
she's smelling over here like.
But I don't know that because you could be the feminine, and that's what I'm. It's very possible that that, and that's why you don't judge a book by its cover. You don't judge the outside, of a person, and you also don't put a label on the person just because of what you see, or even because of what they define themselves as. Because a lot of times people define themselves by what somebody else defined them as.
Yeah, I do see that.
That's what you answer to.
But no, labels are important, man. Labels are important.
Let me tell you this. Here's a statement. Labels keep people in Florida from mistaking Windex from blue Hawaiian punch.
Yeah, now that's why.
Wait a minute, say that again. I'm sorry.
Labels keep people in Florida, I'm sorry, people in Florida. Labels keep people in
Florida. This podcast.
Keep people in Florida from mistaking Windex from blue Hawaiian punch.
No, but those people are idiots because
smell
like it.
That's what she tried to say without saying it. But at the same time, we love you, Florida.
We do.
Watch, they're gonna fuck you up when you come
down there.
Y'all know that last challenge, Dallas bitch.
Yeah, or even Fabuloso, Purple Fabuloso from Purple Passion.
Right.
Hello.
Yeah, Sheree's not getting taken over by them.
Oh no, we would not ever.
Yeah, she fights.
I love my Floridians.
The Floridians.
My Flow Riders.
Flow Riders.
Did you know that I didn't even know that was after like
Flow
maybe
several
years after that shit.
Like, that's what that was.
Oh, he just a bald-headed nigga.
Because matter of fact, we do have a branch of lesbian entertainment in Florida called Trax Girls. The great DJ M. If you guys remember her, Melissa Scott, she was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, one of Mimi's love interests. So she has Trax Girls.
Yeah, the first girlfriend.
Yeah. Right, she has Trax Girls and does Miami Heat. And we will be featuring them as well on Out of the Closet radio station.
Yeah. I love you guys' plug-in. Those hoes are so organic.
Okay. You always talk about our shit. What? It's always radio. That's always part of the conversation.
Go look at the website.
Them shits
Check
are
it out.
his organic and shit.
Yes.
They just come in and random
blow right
yeah,
up
we
the tongue.
talking about carpet. Yeah, and I want to give a shout out to DFW Carpet.
Right,
They put the carpet in our studio.
Okay.
This is us, honey. We're here to brand it, honey. We're here to let you know. We're creating platforms for us by us.
Okay, so how did you guys come up with Out of the Closet Radio? Like, with so many media streaming platforms that y'all have, what made y'all put one more into the caliber?
We wanted a platform. We wanted a platform.
We needed a platform.
We needed a platform.
You guys wait a minute, but you guys already had the podcast. You guys already had the live streaming on Facebook.
That's all we had.
That's just podcasts. We wanted a platform because we needed it, for one, because we had started with a station, and that didn't work out.
I was going to put us on Spotify. Matter of fact, they still charging me for that.
Please put yourselves on podcast.
Spotify
is free. It's free.
Right. But and we plan to.
Yeah, and it's not just that we wanted a radio. Okay, so how many LGBT radio stations do you know?
None.
Internet
You're the
or
only
FM.
ones.
Exactly. That's the number one thing that we were trying to do. We're trying to bring shows like your show, our shows that we have, and put it on the radio so we could get it out across the world, everywhere, overseas,
But we
in
wanted
different
more. It's
countries.
more of a packaging thing
Yeah.
too, because there's a lot of shows out there, and they're on different platforms.
Oh,
And there are other radio stations or networks that label themselves as LGBT or Pride and things like that, but none
friendly
that are completely
LGBT
dedicated to LGBT artists, DJs, events,
podcasters.
promotions, Pride promotions. That's where I think we come in a little differently, in that even if you do have your show on Spotify or SoundCloud or wherever, we want the show on Out of the Closet Radio, because Out of the Closet Radio is specifically LGBT. Okay, well, yes, go hit her up on her YouTube channel as well. You have YouTube. Go hit you up on Spotify
Spotify.
as well with all of the rest of the people, but ours is just
Just
organically LGBT. Period.
24 hours.
We do have a license so we can play any music we want to, and we will play other music. But as far as the shows, the main content we put in, LGBT artists are not taken seriously that, as well out here, and it's a longer haul for them. It's a tougher road. They might catch the eye. Who was that Fame said she caught the eye of Snoop Dogg?
She did a
They might
co-sign with
cut.
Snoop.
What about
She
Dee
did
Dee
a
Collier?
Snoop call.
She
What
was
about
pretty.
her? She's not a rapper.
Yeah, she's not, but she's a social media influencer, and she made it pretty big. She's doing pretty good things. What is that? Who is that lady?
Who she said?
M.A.
Young
Young
M.A.
M.A.
Young
Young
See,
M.A.
but the thing about it is, and I'm not talking about her, and I'm not talking about like Dee Dee and our friends on Facebook. She's in a couple of groups and everything. But and we even with we know that people like Young M.A., the Brett, and other artists out here that are, even we were talking about Nisha Nash or whatever, with her getting married to a stud.
Yeah.
They are not they've hidden themselves, honestly. The Brett, we could tell when our gaydar went off as soon as Brett hit the scene. But
The
how
baggy ass
long,
jeans.
right, how long did it take her to own up to the fact that she's gay? And I can't even say, because I ain't never heard her say I'm a lesbian or whatever. I've only seen that she has a wife or a girlfriend, and just deduced from looking at her that could be her sister or her best friend. You know how they used to do it back in the day.
That's your
I'm just
auntie.
saying
My best friend.
that I'm talking about artists, rappers, producers who authentically come out and say, I'm gay, this is my wife, or I'm gay and I'm single, or whatever the case may be. But bring the fact that they wear this label, that they fly this flag, they're a card carrying rainbow,
Flying
member,
flags.
and saying I'm out of the closet, whatever the case may be. Not that I'm worried about me being out of the closet is going to hurt my career.
Why do you think that that's so important to say it publicly?
Because
if we can see it.
It doesn't matter what you can
can't
see.
Like,
You can see a whole lot, and
like,
it doesn't mean.
Wait a minute, like I can see that I'm black. I can see you're black. I can
Yeah,
see that
and that's
everybody in
all
this
you
room
can
is
see.
black.
But I could be
Sorry,
black.
Heather, not you.
Wait.
But I can see that everybody in this room is black. What
But I could
difference would it make for Sean to come in here and say, "Hey, I'm black"?
But he could be Latino.
That nigga ain't Latino.
I mean,
seen that
he
damn
could.
hair.
Well,
I seen that hair
okay,
underneath
but
that
you
hat.
know,
But
in
you're
Mexico,
making
but
assumptions.
because in Mexico they're darker like us.
Yeah,
And
I'm just kidding
Puerto
around.
Of
Rico.
course.
But I'm
Yeah.
just saying. So, I mean, because we like to, y'all like to let us know. Well, not y'all, but you're listening, right?
The preference that y'all going on is because it's an assumption until someone
Until
says
you
it.
make it plain.
Okay.
And that's the thing about it. With one thing about it, we take the power out of the discrimination against it. When you take away that power, saying, where these people, I think Fame was talking about how if she had been a straight black male rapper, she would have made it, this, that, and other. But that's the thing about it. The industry is flooded with straight male black rappers. So why come you can't have your lesbian black female rapper that's spitting just as hard as these guys out here, that's wearing their, wearing their colors and saying I'm gay, and this should not cause me to not be able to make it in this industry. But that's what it is, because they're not getting the playtime. Yeah, you got people like Young M.A. that's getting her playtime, but at one time she even said she wasn't that she wasn't gay, or she denounced the label, whatever labels it was. I'm sure it, as far as what,
in her younger years when she was like a baby stud,
so she denounced the labels, and that's fine to denounce the labels, but at the same time, if you out here rapping about you got a bitch, then just be that one to say that you got a bitch. To wear that.
What Frank Ocean went under for a long time. That he didn't say that he was gay. And then he said that he was bi, and then he said that I'm gay, and then he backdoor back into being gay.
Exactly. So now you out here confusing the people. But the thing about it is, for those of us who support, let us support you.
It's because the range of people that support are usually gay people, and we're not the majority.
But so that's fine, because look at Big Frida. They done start, she obviously is who she is, but at the same time, you're asking other people to say what they see. Okay, I see you. I'm gonna label you as a gay man. Well, I mean, how is she? Unless she says that, that's just you labeling her.
Did she say?
Unless Big Frida says that, but. When you say it, it takes the power out of other people being able to say, this is who you are, so that means I'm not going to support you. I'm not going to support your music.
Wait a minute. So she haven't said that she...
I don't know. I don't know what she done said.
I mean, y'all saying somebody knows something.
I just say Big Frida because Frida sound like a woman's name. It could be definitely
it's
something else.
No, it's definitely Big Frida. But for a day.
Well, hey, that's like calling a nigga delicious.
No, but the reason why I brought up the point of did she say it or not, because that's what you got to going off of, that it's important to say it publicly so that people don't have to guess. But then
I believe that it is.
Once they're big, then it doesn't matter that they say that they're not.
I don't know.
We know that they're in our community.
I'm not saying that you are caught, that you are making.
No, Big Frida's definitely in our community.
But I'm saying
I'm not
necessarily depending on who you talking about. We're not gonna talk. We're just saying.
I'm not saying that you're forcing people to label. I'm not saying that you're forcing people to label themselves, but I'm saying you're take the stigma out of the label. If we can do that, can we take whatever it is that you put on the label where you don't give the songs heavy rotation? It's more than one stud rapper out here than M.A. Okay, It's more than one. So we need to put that out there, not to take anything away from her, but to know, yes, it's a field full of black male gay rappers, and it's a field full of black stud rappers. It's a field full of black lesbian R&B artists. It's a field full. So let's not put this where only one person gets to represent, and they're not even representing to the fullest of what they could represent as to open the doors.
I think that a little bit of that is because they like to see the end games. What's that shit? That movie where they like fight to the death. I don't know.
Well, everybody want to be the top dog. Everybody want to be the one on top, the only one.
No, but I think that the industry creates that atmosphere for us to fight to the top.
Right.
When they know that there's more than enough space for several people to be in the top.
Yeah.
So they do it.
Because who wants to sit up and listen to the same song all day long?
You got a lot of people that's been fighting a long time and still has not made it to the top, and they have lyrically. They have it, but you don't, because they don't have the look that you're looking for. They don't have it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's another thing that I want to expound on with you guys, because I never really get a chance to talk to a lot of gay people, but I don't. So I'm just kind of like, if anybody ever seen any of my other episodes, they see that like, oh, she's letting loose.
Right. Oh my God.
But what do you guys think about? Damn, I done forgot my thought fucking around with you.
Don't say fucking around with us, because we'll make you do what we want.
Well, give me some more of that pineapple juice while you thinking about it.
Man.
Is it
That's
gone?
mango.
No, it's pineapple.
Oh.
But what do you? Oh,
Oh, child, don't pass the bottle no more. I'm good on the bottle. I'm
Right.
good on the bottle.
Well, that's good cognac. Branson from 50 Cent.
It
You guys
is.
know them?
I
That
think
guy?
We've heard of 50 Cent.
You guys.
We heard of
We've
him.
heard of 50
We
Cent.
have heard of that young man.
That young man. Did you hear about his
His
last
name is
stunt?
Curtis, I believe.
Bro, did you hear about his last stunt when
Curtis
he like,
Blow?
No,
That's who I was thinking about.
Not
Bricks
Curtis
on the
Blow.
chain, bricks on. Oh,
No, that's
bricks
I,
to
I
make
do not
you
think that's his last
dance,
name.
sucker. Oh my bad.
But did y'all hear about when he went on Breakfast Club and he was like they was like, hey, do y'all ever think that y'all gonna do a versus, you and Ja Rule? And then he was like, no.
I mean, no. Why would they do?
Because Gucci Man and Jeezy did
They
the
even
verses.
shouldn't have did that, but
I definitely think it was
shouldn't have did that.
influential for the culture.
I didn't even watch it, but I mean, I heard about it, so I do think at the end of the day that Gucci got through his cloned mind. Maybe they got him. Maybe he got. I think I heard he had a get out moment or whatever.
Get out.
Yeah, I think he's like one of those people.
Get out like the
That
stern
movie,
and the.
yeah, I think he's one of those type. But let me not say too much.
Nope.
Don't give a fuck.
You know,
I stand up. I stand on what I fucking say and believe. Fuck what you talking about. So
Okay, so what is it?
What?
What is it? Then?
Oh, I was
You
saying,
about to
I
get
think
crunk? I'm like, what's up? What's up, girl? Cause you know I don't watch it, girl. Wait a minute, what
You
happened?
remember they was taking they brains and putting them inside the black people head.
Okay, I remember the movie.
Oh,
What they got to
that's
do
the
with
Get Out
Homeboy
movie.
now?
Gucci. That's what I think he is, cause that nigga went to jail and came out completely different. That nigga don't even.
Oh,
look the
you
same.
saying they
He
did
did.
something to
They
him?
did.
He definitely
Yeah.
did come out super different.
Yeah,
Like,
super,
how the
super
fuck were
different.
you
Jail will
eating-
change, man. Jail will change you. They go in and come out
He don't even sound like
Muslim and
Gucci.
Christian and
He
all
don't even
kind of
look
stuff.
like Gucci.
No.
Like, his face don't even. I don't know.
I don't follow
They
that. So what
reconstruct-
happened to him? He went in and came out.
No, so they had a versus with Young Jeezy. You know Young Jeezy? You know who that is? My president is black. My Lambo too. I think that would be the
Okay.
problem. Okay. So they had a versus like Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight did.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah,
Now.
Okay, yeah, you with us? So okay, so they did a versus, and apparently, from my knowledge, Gucci Man was tripping. Like he was all upset and this, that, and the third. But Jeezy was able to talk to him, and they was able to settle their past beef. I guess they had past beef.
Oh.
You know, because at that time it's about like the Tupac and Biggie. They had their era, and then you had the Gucci and Young Jeezy. They had their era. You know, Master P and them, and who was them? Who was they rivals? Master P. They was the No Limit Soldiers against the Hot Boys.
Okay.
Who's that? Juvenile in them. So it's always been there. So that's basically what it was. It was.
I thought they was Rough Riders.
No, that was DMX, honey.
Okay. Which one was Eve?
Rough Riders.
Okay.
That was DMX though.
Okay.
Woof. That nigga barked.
I love
I
for
like
DMX.
me. I like
it's what
me.
you're hearing.
Yeah, I love some DMX on that. Baby.
I mean,
honey, play me some DMX. But that's what happened. So I say Gucci was cloned, and that ain't him. He's having a moment.
so you're saying that he went out like the guys in Get Out.
Yeah. Well, the main guy in Get Out didn't go out. You know what I'm saying? He got the fuck out.
Okay.
Before
He
and
did
nigga asked for
get
them keys. That bitch got the time about she don't know where the keys at. Ooh, that movie, I like that movie.
I like that movie too. It really
It
turned
was
out a lot more
informative.
gruesome than I originally
Yeah,
anticipated.
Jordan Peele is a fucking genius. If you heard me,
For
put me
real.
on your
Right.
set.
Didn't he
I
just
like
do
that.
another movie though?
Yeah. What is that movie Jordan Peele just did? I know he had Us after Get Out. It was Us.
That was good.
And then it was another one that just came out, I thought, or is coming out soon. Spell or something. I don't know if that's his movie.
Didn't he do like a sitcom?
Jordan Peele?
Yeah.
Like he created one? I think so.
I don't know.
With the dude
Jordan
from
Peele-
Keanu. Ain't that who that is? The Jordan
Keanu.
Peele. Yeah,
It was about a
the
cat,
movie.
right?
Yeah, but it was the two guys. But Jordan is the short, right? Yeah, he created. He's
I think
a
that
fucking
movie.
genius, bro.
I think that was a movie about him. You know, he dates that white girl. What's
It
that
probably
girl?
was.
What's that girl?
He
name?
might have
She's a-
had some.
she's a
that
comedian.
white girl.
Some
Which one?
She's a comedian. She
She know how
trauma.
many white
She,
girls is in the world. He dated that
including
white
the
girl.
one sitting here.
Right? Did you date Jordan? Was it you?
Dude,
She said
she's down with the black card. You see this damn shirt?
But what you said was he dated that white girl. There's a lot of white girls out here. I'm just trying to see, was it her?
Amy.
But she probably wouldn't have been with you right about now if it was.
I wish. She's like a billionaire right now.
So you want her to leave for him?
No.
Amy who?
Oh, okay.
I'm happy.
I was going to say Amy Whitehouse is dead. I like her though.
No,
Amy Whitehouse.
No, Amy
Schaffner.
It started with an S,
Schussner.
but it was a big uproar
Sorry,
with
ma'am.
not Monica, with what is that girl off of with the Parker Monique, yeah. And that was like, oh well, she paid her this much, and that Amy Schumer.
I said that.
That's okay.
Damn, you gotta speak up, Skittles.
I was saying that. And then what I said, who else got this?
Snickers.
Oh
y'all
shit!
know my goddamn neck.
My bad. He does not date Amy Schumer. It's Chelsea Peretti.
We don't even know that white.
Well, there.
We don't even know that white lady.
Yeah, I don't know that white lady.
There you go, Chelsea. Not Amy.
I thought you was
Amanda.
gonna say Chelsea. What's her name with the bad mouth? Chandler. I like her.
Yeah,
she got a
like
fucked
her
up
too.
ass mouth like me.
Hell no. Anyways, what is one of y'all like best episodes? What do y'all talk about that's one of y'all favorite topics that you guys could just go deep into and not get out the rabbit hole about?
Relationships.
Not get out the rabbit hole?
Yeah, toxicity. Self-sabotage. We can go days about shit like that.
Why? Do y'all think that y'all go on those topics for so long because that's something
What's
hearing
going
back
on?
from y'all?
That?
No, I mean not like in a
person.
person.
Like, not me.
No, not us. Not like that. But when we talk, you arrive at a certain point in life because of what you've gone through.
Right.
Okay.
That part.
And so we can talk, hours and hours and hours about toxic relationships, about, but we really don't have those type of shows. When we're more of kind of a lighthearted. We try to keep it lighthearted, entertainment based, talking to new artists. We'll talk about the struggle. We'll talk about the grind. We'll talk about the hustle because that's something that we know about,
We go into that all day too.
And we talk about
Sex.
other stuff.
We haven't had that one, but we can go into that all day. I could talk about that.
What do y'all want to talk about sex?
What do y'all need to know?
Ain't nothing going on with sex.
What?
Just missionary position.
Who been showing up with the stiletto heels and the motherfucking church coat on, knocking at the door with the lingerie up under?
I like missionary personally.
Why did I think you were about to say at the church? The stilettos
No, we're not going there.
I mean, missionary is okay when I want to be intimate and look into your eyes, but when I want you to tell it, then I don't want all that. Get up off me. Let me on top. Let me get in the back. Turn around. I don't know.
My knees don't really go on top like that.
Sorry. That's not our fault. That's why you like missionary. It's okay.
Wait a minute. So what do y'all think about studs being
strap? I love it.
Yeah, the strap. Yeah, strap.
So
wait a minute. Wait.
That's gay.
What are we talking about?
How is that gay? Studs being strapped. Now.
So the receiver?
Yes.
Yeah.
How old is this baby?
I forgot that baby was.
I did kind of forget about you, Micah. And we are really sorry about that.
Say you would have wait. And I spoke to this.
Well, because the mother always knows when there's a children afoot.
We've still been told, Lord, not the baby is.
But I tell you what.
I was going hardcore.
Everybody can, as we're coming from a women's point of view, right?
Who else?
No, a film's point of view, because we're about to
women, just women, because I believe that women have a choice, and I don't think that it should define you which way or the other, whether you are a wearer or a receiver. It shouldn't define you as any less masculine. If you want to receive, because even if you are more masculine, you're still a woman,
The end period.
And so,
Does that mean? Do you know what that means? Shit, bitch, bend the fuck over. That's what she said.
No, see, this is where
I know what she said.
This
That's
is where I
why
have a problem with it, because I'm not one.
Who
of
gotta
those.
know?
No,
Nobody gotta know.
I don't care. this is my podcast.
No,
I'm not one of those people that like to receive. I think that it's weird for you to be a stud and receive. I am a caveman stud. Where,
and that's fine, and you're not alone.
She's like, yeah, whatever.
I mean, that ain't got nothing to do with me because I wouldn't fuck with you, me personally.
Yeah, fuck off, Danielle.
I'm just letting you know you ain't even my type just for that statement right there.
But you know what?
No.
I just feel like I am a caveman stud. I am one of those studs that like pay for shit and like it
we
goes
still
to
like
work,
that. We like
come
that too.
home.
But we still want to you over and playing that thing too. What are you saying?
That's weird.
Why
You're
is
a weird
that
individual.
weird?
Because it's like because it takes away. Yeah, but the strap works perfectly fine and it gets you off and it's fine. Why is it that for a stud to not want penetration, that you're not being a woman. That's what the fuck I want
no
in
one
the first
says
place.
that. No one says. Do people say that?
Yeah, kinda.
I mean, it's not that. I actually do have a rule. You're going to let me use my fingers or you're going to let me
See,
use
that's
the
the
strap.
thing. Why do you have to let me use anything?
You don't have to let me use a bitch ass thing. I don't have to fuck with you. That's
exactly.
how that is.
So why is
that's
that the bottom line? Why is it that
because
you have to let
if
me
I'm
do
gonna
this
do
or not?
Okay, so what you want out the relationship, I'm going to give to you because I fucks with you. So what I want out the relationship, you're going to have to compromise on something, or what's the point?
Did I come home and pay these bills?
What do paying the bills got to do?
I just work my goddamn self and pay my own motherfucking bills.
But that's the thing about it. How do you attach that intimacy? How do you attach intimacy to a dollar sign? That's like saying that you are a paid whore.
Hey, wait a minute. Let me ask y'all.
I'm just saying.
Let me
Pretty woman type shit.
Let me ask y'all a question.
And then
if your rent is due, which one do you care about more? Getting some head or getting some sex or your bills being paid?
Okay, but
why is there a choice?
But my bank account say I can pay my own
choice.
Now they don't want to answer the question.
No, because you should get both.
Right? Why do I have?
Why have to be either or?
Right. I know. I'm just asking you to just answer the question.
There is no answer to that.
Now
there's not an answer.
There's no answer. No, it's not even politically correct.
Why do you have to choose?
That's apples and oranges.
What you just said.
No, I'm just asking a question. It has
what does the bills have to do? So I could never give you no pussy ever. Like we could.
So I mean, I got to be on the street because you don't want to give me no, what? How it come?
Okay, now the reason why I'm building up to that question is because if
you
bills
take too long to build up and shit.
Because if bills mean more to you than sex, then that means that I should be able to do whatever I want and react however I want. And then if sex means anything, then go outside, go drive a big ass truck. I almost get hit 3,000 times throughout the day. Do my job, and then I could sit at home and go, do whatever the fuck that you guys do. What do you do? What do y'all do?
You know what? It's that type of misogynistic type of attitude.
How you gonna be a woman? How you a woman and you is a?
I'm not misogynistic.
No, but it is because you're introducing heteronormative things into a
relationship.
I let her feel on my titties all the time.
It's fine, okay, and it's fine, but come on now. Come on, compare apples to apples. Apples to grapes. Come on now. No, we ain't gonna even go there like that.
What about that booty? Do you let her feel on the booty too?
She just slapped it this morning.
See, one time, look, she said just this morning. That's it. It's not
See, like if you can put a time stamp and a date on it, then that's not enough.
Right, that's not enough.
It's just so many times that I'm just like, just this morning for the day.
Okay, because I ain't gonna lie. I said, little mama got some ass on her.
But it's I think that we should not, just because you are a lesbian stud does not mean that your profile identifies with anything that is male or masculine or anything like that. You do. I mean, if that's how you identify being a stud, then it's kind of like you kind of got the wrong idea. You can have that because that is traditional.
30 minutes
That's traditional. That's right. You're right. But that is a traditional outlook on it. But at the same time, once you take the traditional off of it, okay, once you take it off of it, once you undress everybody, then you have to deal with what you're dealing with what you're looking at right there. And that means that either one of you can want it either way, and it doesn't take away from whatever your chosen label is supposed to be.
So basically, everybody gotta be verse.
The way she talks, she don't even take off her socks. Like, she don't take off her socks. She don't take off her boxers. She don't take off no shirt. She like, come here, baby. Let me do this, and I'm going ahead, turn over, and
That sounds like a traditional touch me not. Is that what that is?
No, I'm not a touch me not. Actually,
no,
I'm not.
Oh, okay. We're just.
That was a.
I mean,
I know, right? Did you hear me?
Oh, yeah, my neck. I told y'all my shit.
That was a hard.
Can I have some more juice? Like,
look, can she get some more pineapple juice?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, so.
But that's what it sounds like, though.
No, it's not.
I mean, that's just what we're listening to.
That's you. That's
how you're looking at it.
That's you guys put a label on me.
We're not.
No, you put a label on you. You put the label on you.
What we're doing is listening to what you're saying. And we're taking
and what y'all are saying, y'all putting me in a box.
No, you put yourself in a box.
When you just told us either you want your bills paid or you want to do this to me.
Oh, the fuck? Right. Like they have anything to do with one with the other.
Look at Skillet. Look at Skillet.
If it's on the list.
Okay.
If it's on the list. I'm a super list. Y'all know it.
But one of them, the one thing doesn't have anything to do with the other. So,
really
you know, it's just about choices. And, you know, but the thing about it is if it makes you uncomfortable to do those things, then just let that be that it makes you uncomfortable. And that's not something that you have gotten yourself to. But at the same time, if you want to, even because you're missing out on
Wait a minute, how you gonna
pleasure.
tell me what I'm missing out on?
Because I'm just saying,
because
we're
women.
What if that's not pleasure to me?
Okay, but then again, but at the same time, if you are wanting to please your partner, then you're also going to open up to more what is pleasurable for her. And if it's pleasurable for her, then you should either find a way. I'm just saying, find a way to make it pleasurable for you, or some type of alternative. But she should not have to be deprived of what she wants in the relationship.
Do y'all play 21 questions when y'all get a new thing?
No. Weirdo.
Well, how's that weird? That's how you find out shit. Because one of mine is, are you a touch me not? Because
they determine if you're not.
If I'm gonna fuck with you or not. Exactly.
Really?
Because
Why?
I like to eat. I mean, because I like women. Okay.
Yeah.
I like everything about a woman. I like doing things that men ask me why I don't like men for. The same reason you don't like men, because you like to do this to a woman. This is what I like.
But men do that too.
But I'm saying it's like
exactly.
I know they do, but they have beards and balls and penises and all that.
My girlfriend have a beard.
She don't have a penis attached, does she?
Right here.
Huh?
Does she have a penis attached to her?
Right?
A what?
A penis.
Now you getting a little too personal.
I mean, I'm just asking shit because I know I'm a lesbian and I know what I like to do to women, and I just can't do a touch me not, because if I can't touch you, that mean I can't. What the fuck
if I can't touch you, then it's a knot.
Right. And that's another thing I tell men too. Like, at the end of the day, can you take that off? Can you grow some?
Well, there's an answer for every touch me not. There's a pillow princess. So
right, that's what that's for. But that for me, I'm not. That's why I play 21 questions, because I need to know ahead of time before I get involved. Because I could like you. You could be cool than a fan, and we could be friends like a motherfucker. But
so
if
basically,
you touch me,
I'm cool than a fan, and you're like, no.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. We could be homies.
So Heather is basically putting up with me.
No,
maybe.
Well, you know, that's
okay with that.
That's the point of therapy, so you can get down to the truth of the matter.
Right.
But
why does it always have to be a truth of the matter?
No.
Why is it can't just be I don't like penetration and
that's fine. And you don't have to.
But
that's
like
fine.
head?
You don't have to like penetration.
Do you like head?
Yeah.
Head isn't penetration.
No, it's not. But that's not what I asked.
Oh,
because
for sure.
Because as a film, we could compromise. You know what I'm saying? Well, if I could get to the box, then I ain't even worried about all that extra. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
but
for sure.
For sure. Okay.
Who doesn't like head?
I know.
Who's
touch
just
me
passing
not.
that head nowadays?
Touch me not.
Yeah, those guys are weirdos.
Exactly.
I don't. Some of them. Not that I know. Personally.
Look, she's
But
like,
because
my
I'm
disclaimer.
right, because I
Look
mean
at that.
I do, moderate a group of women that talk about these things a lot. So this day and time, touch me nots are coming to more of an agreement as far as exploring, other levels of pleasure and still remaining a traditional touch me not for whatever reason they want to be touch me not.
For me, honestly, I think they like niggas, men. Shit, you don't want to
Really?
be touched.
What?
Like, who doesn't want to fucking be touched? Who doesn't want to be touched?
There's a lot of men out there
No. I
that feel
wanna,
that are like
Mel, I
that.
want to expound on this.
It
We
goes
ain't got time.
No,
We
it
ain't got
goes
time.
throughout
We'll
the
expand
whole
next week.
thing.
Y'all got an announcement, right?
Yeah.
It goes throughout the whole gamut. It's not just this is not a phenomenon that's just in the lesbian community.
Yeah.
There's people in heterosexual relationships that are also touch me not for one reason or another. People have their reason, and it has really nothing. Doesn't have a whole lot to do with the act of sex. It goes back to generational things, and people's reasons for having all type of sexual hang-ups, which is usually some type of an abuse situation back in the day. So,
Yep. I feel you.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Out of the closet radio station.com. Indeed.
Okay, you didn't even get a chance to let me tell y'all to put the shit out there.
Oh, I was going to do it anyway. You know how
my
we run through
God.
our shit.
You guys make me feel so at home in my own office.
good.
I'm glad because we feel at home too.
Yeah, I see you.
Shouldn't
leaning
feel like a
there.
stranger in your
Yeah,
home.
and then my neck, I slept wrong last night, so my shit fucked up a little
Oh
bit.
no, sometimes I do. When I get certain guests on, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a bad interview.
I watched your last week's show actually. What? We're not even finna go there.
We're gonna go to that shit when the
But I was just gonna say
camera's
the name of the movie was Fat Girls. That was the name of the movie.
I seen that.
Fat Girls, that's a movie.
Yeah.
Yes, with
With
Monique. That's one of my favorite movies. You know, she had
Yeah.
the thick madams when she was.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's hurry up and
I
this.
thought
Look,
you
she
were
ready
talking
to go.
about-
Let's hurry up and end this so we can get that off-air conversation. So we can get that off-air conversation.
But let me just say this. So I've invited Shaky.
Yep, you can call me Shaky, Crowder.
I've
call me
I've
Sequoia.
invited Shaky to
Sequoia.
come down and to be a guest host along with Skittles on Let's Chat Dallas on Thursday. So far we have producer Ray Silver from Las Vegas going to come out and let us know some about his projects. We have Stud King also from Vegas.
Shout out to Stud King.
Right, and she is definitely fine. She is going to be a highlight dancer, stripper at Bonfire Dallas, which is April 8th through the 11th of
Wait a minute, hold
2021.
up. I got some abs too. I've been working
And
out.
so if you guys have not gotten your
Look, she was like,
hotel rooms, we remember that the Canvas Hotel Dallas is going to be the host hotel for Bonfire, so make sure you call in and get your rooms. We have a really great lineup of guests. We've got Stud Fame. If you didn't see the show the other night, we've got Chat McQueen coming out to also provide us with some entertainment. And so we've got these dancers, and look, y'all just need to follow us on Let's Chat Dallas podcast on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube, Let's Chat Dallas. Follow us on Instagram, Let's Chat Dallas Radio.
Hold on, we're just gonna do this. Go to www.outoftheclosetradio.com
and do that too.
Because it's gonna take you to that YouTube page and get you to subscribe.
Do that too.
Take you to that Facebook page and tell
all
you
of that.
subscribe. So
all that.
Amen.
You
all
know,
that.
so
I felt the Holy Spirit.
Right. To tell their mama and them and their auntie and them and their cousins.
All
the
of your
aunties
people
are definitely not showing up.
But
They're
we
all
definitely,
we got a lot of aunties.
we're definitely dropping all of our social media, and that is our social media, including some that's coming up.
Oh yeah,
real soon, because we're gonna be on every platform,
we working
everywhere, the World Wide Web.
We work.
Okay.
Work.
Well, World Wide
We
Web.
work.
Also, you can reach me at an hour per hour with all social media platforms except Instagram, which is the Crowder underscore the underscore great. And we're out.
We out.